Hello, my hungry peeps. My name is Kat, aka Kakibot, and today and tomorrow, over this amazing sunny weekend, we're gonna go and explore some of the newly opened places here in Edinburgh. And by places, I mean places to eat and drink, coffee, food, all of that. Yes, whether you live here or you're visiting kind of every now and then, I think this is going to be an interesting concept for you because you will be able to see what is new on the food scene here and maybe put it down on your list. And of course, all of these places will absolutely love if you come visit them. So maybe if you come visit them, you can tell them that it's because of me. Okay, so first up, we are now next to kind of Dean Bridge, close to Dean Village. So if you're visiting Edinburgh and you have your way into Dean Village, you should pop over to Constable Coffee, which is one of those little coffee shops in like an old police box. You know, one of those blue ones, like what Doctor Who travels in. So if you're a Whovian, then that's a sort of a unique selling point for you. But otherwise, it's just a really cute little place to pick up some sustenance on your way to Dean Village. But to give you a coffee alternative, if you actually need to sit down, if you're tired, if you spent all day walking around the city centre, maybe visiting Royal Mile or somewhere around there, you could pop over to Abbey Hill. There's a new coffee shop there, which is kind of a bummer because we used to live there and it was always good to have new coffee shops around. But yes, Abbey Hill now has a new one. It's called Alibi and it's actually led by a woman who is Paris trained when it comes to baking. So that's interesting. You should definitely try one of their croissants. Yes. Also, I would say that if you're walking around, it seems like it's a small place, but it does actually have an extra room in the back. So definitely pop in and have a look if they have a free table, because they actually might. All right, let's have a look what their establishment looks like. Okay, so now that we had our coffee and our treats, it's time for lunch. Obviously, you know, with some other stuff being done between those meals, but yeah, for the purpose of this video, it is now lunchtime. And maybe you can tell that we're down in Leith, we're mixing things up, and this is the beautiful shore, and this sort of like fake continental setting is perfect for the place where we're going. It is the Victor Hugo Deli, which is not entirely new on the Edinburgh scene. There's already two of them. The oldest one is next to the Meadows that has been here basically since I remember, and then another one is close to Princess Street, but this one is on the shore, which is I think the prettiest of all the settings for it. And they make amazing sandwiches. You can go there for brunch, lunch, or maybe like a early dinner as well. I'm gonna check it out and let you know here. And yeah, like you can definitely take it from me. This is one of my favorites. A great place to get like a continental style meal. Amazing. And when you're done with Victor Hugo, which you should never be done with Victor Hugo, they have so many different sandwiches. I want to try them all. And yet I still always get the same one. Anyway, when you're done with Victor Hugo, you can walk a bit further towards the center. It's not really all that close to the center. It's at the bottom of Leith Walk. There's a new bakehouse there, or I would call it more of a patisserie, but they call themselves Krema Bakehouse. They are Greek owned. The owners have been around for I believe 9 or 10 years, so almost as long as me. Yay, fellow immigrants making Edinburgh a better place to live and also a tastier place to live. Anyway, they specialize in these little like filled brioches, I believe. They have these like buns which are very intriguing, but when we popped in we thought I just had a craving for one of their brownies. They do like these like chocolate covered brownies. I had peanut butter and jelly one. If anything is ever peanut butter jelly flavored, I have to buy it. That's like a brain rule for me. And the other thing we got was this little apple cinnamon tart. Both very delicious, kind of on the pricey side, but I would say that it's, you know, it's worth it for like a special occasion or just, you know, a treat. Like we've been through 2 really shitty years, so, you know, treat yourself. And it is dinner time and we have moved towards the city center again. And I think what is now on our itinerary is some burgers. We're gonna go to Haymarket, which is, you know, our neck of the woods, and we are gonna check out a new burger joint called Burger Mama. So the peeps behind Burger Mama have been around for quite some time. They've actually been cooking their burgers from Lioness of Leith down kind of slightly beyond Leith Walk. They have now opened their own space, and it's quite a tiny space. Like, it's not really like a fully sit-in space, I would say. Like, they have like 4 dinery spaces. I would say that like 3 groups of 4 and 1 group of 2 would sit there somewhat comfortably. It's quite snug. I think that they are actually mostly focusing on takeaway and deliveries, but now that they are in Haymarket, the deliveries are covering a lot more space. I think that the one thing that really pleasantly surprised me upon inspecting their menu is the variety that's in their vegetarian burger part of the menu, because basically each vegetarian burger they have comes with like a different veggie patty. And you know, like normally these days in Edinburgh, when you go to a burger joint, you will get like one type of veggie burger. Sometimes you get like a bean patty, and sometimes you get like a Beyond Burger, and it doesn't really go beyond that Beyond Burger. But here, these guys, they have such a great selection. You know, you get like a banana blossom, you get like falafels, you get halloumi, and more, even more than that. And beyond that, you can also get chicken, you can obviously get beef, and it's just such a great selection. And I think it's so great that they're thinking of our vegetarian friends so much. And one last place that I really wanted to visit and is newly opened is actually on Princess Street, and you might find this a bit funny. It is a worldwide chain, but we've never had one of these here in Scotland. This is the first Jollibee in Scotland. It's on the sort of west end of Princess Street, and this is a Filipino fast food chain. They mostly specialize in fried chicken, which is delicious there, and they also have spaghetti, and you can also get rice there. I think like it's like if you went to KFC but with this like strange twist of rice and spaghetti. So let's check them out. Yay! And that was our first ever visit to Jollibee. I have to say that their chicken and their fries were really nice. Now, the Jolly Spaghetti is, well, let's just say that I appreciate their weirdness on a fast food menu. It really is just kind of like a sweet sauce with some cheese, which I think is like the epitome of like kids spaghetti. So if you're craving something very nostalgic, very comforting, then maybe this might be the meal for you. I also really like that this is a place where you can get rice, as mentioned before, and the rice comes in a little puck. It almost kind of reminded me of Japanese onigiri, although I think that the rice type here is different. It tasted more kind of basmati-esque rather than like round rice. Now I'm really getting into the details. So Yeah, anyway, if you're looking for something new when it comes to fried chicken, you should give Jollibee a go. Anyway, okay, that is truly it. This was our amazing weekend full of trying new meals. Someone just turned off their light, so I wonder if that's just messed with our light balance. Anyway, yes, this was a very enjoyable weekend. I hope you had a great time joining us. I do have 2 more things to mention before I go. One of them is there's a new delivery service in town. Actually, wow, this was really lucky. This is them. They're called Foodstuff, and they are like a more ethical alternative to like Deliveroo or Uber Eats. They do work with independent restaurants and cafes, and so like you can get like the Brazilian crepes, or you can get Mupai gelato through them, which is amazing. You can actually get Mupai gelato from a delivery service now. Wow, mind blown. You don't even have to go anywhere anymore. You can get Mupai gelato at home. Yes. Another thing is, some of you who live in Edinburgh might want to, tell me in the comments below that there are a bunch of new places open in the St. James Quarter, and I was kind of on purpose avoiding those places just because down the line one of my like video dreams is to go and like try everything at the St. James Quarter, what is there to eat, because I don't think I've really like eaten in any of the places in St. James Quarter since they opened, so there's a lot for me to enjoy there and explore. So if you'd be into watching that sort of video, let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you want to see more of my face, don't forget to visit me on Instagram on Kakibot or Kakiblog. And you can also support me and what I make by popping over to my Etsy store. Link is in the doobly-doo, and you can buy amazing Scottish themed merch there. All proceeds go to me, a starving artist. Okay, that is truly it. Thank you again for joining, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.